Peter Papers, what's going on, bro? Good or what, mate? What you on with, lad? Fucking nice here today, kid. Meant to be the hottest day of the year, apparently. Fucking nice, you know. Well, the right fucking shit morning, I'll be honest. Took my car down to the garage, get the handbrake sorted. I had new fucking discs and pads and caliper fitted a couple of months back on my fucking Discovery. It's got an electric handbrake. And I've had problems with it ever since, like, keeps locking on. Took it back in this morning, apparently they'd sorted that. I drove out of the garage, everything was good. Got a little bit down the road, fucking engine management, like, come on. I had to take my car to another garage. Fucking EGR valve's gone. Oh, fuck me, mate. If it don't rain, it pours, lad. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I can't see shit with them on. What the fuck? Yes, my mate. Like summer, innit? Fucking is, mate. It's beautiful, you know. It's a proper belter. Beautiful day, mates. Booming down by me. All the fucking holiday makers are still down and I had a little drive through Towin and Kimmel Bay this morning and all. There's fucking holiday makers everywhere still. It's nice to see, like, because like I say, mate, you know, where I'm from, you know, we rely a lot on fucking tourism, you know what I mean? So it's good to see, like, everyone down and about enjoying themselves, you know what I mean? Yes, Stingling, what's going on, bro? Hope you're well, pal. You good or what, mate? What's the weather like in Birmingham, bruv? It's a fucking belter here. What's the best caravan site near you, mate? Yeah, do you know what? There's fucking loads round by me, mate. I mean, I can't, you know, I don't know, you know, off the top of me, I can't really say what probably the best one is, but, you know, that Robin Hood camp, you know, it's always busy, mate. You know, it's full all the time. There's a few nice ones in Prestatyn, you know, so, but, you know, caravan sites, caravan sites, aren't they, mate, really? Like, you know, they're all pretty much the same, do you know what I mean, mate? So, you know, if you're just looking for a little caravan retreat, there's fucking loads of them around here, mate. Loads of them, lad. Yeah, Sitcot Tom, what's going on, bro? Good or what, mate? Hope you're well, pal. What you on with, lad? You enjoying a bit of this sunshine or what? Are you grafting? Yeah, Scottish Mike. What's going on, mate? You alright, mate? Them parts are coming slowly, Scottish Mike. We're fucking nearly there, son. Just waiting on them headlights now. My indicators turned up the other day. So, in the next few days, well, really, when my lad gets a little bit of time, free time, we're going to start, you know, get things underway with the Micra. So a bit of content will be coming soon enough with the Micra, mate. Like, comment and subscribe. Yes, Mike. Nice one, brother. Appreciate that, pal. We live abroad. Where are you living, mate? Yes, just for the laughs. How are you, mate? You good, pal? Fucking beautiful today, mate. Absolutely gorgeous it is. It's like the summer's here. I'm going to take a little walk down the beach in a little while. I went for a little walk round yesterday. You know, tide was in though, so everyone was just sat on the sides. But take a little wander down there later on this afternoon, see how busy it is down on the beach. I'm sure everyone will be out enjoying themselves. Do you know what I mean? It looks nice there today, Mikey, mate. It's beautiful here today. It's absolutely beaming. Like I say, you know, seaside resorts, we rely on the good weather. You know, bring the tourists down, get them spending the money. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's happy then. Do you know what I mean? Yes, Michael Parkinson, you good or what, mate? Stunning in Morecambe Bay today. I bet it is, mate. I bet it's lovely across that bay today. Do you know? You know, on a clear day, from the beach here, I can see Birkenhead docks and that. You can see the cranes from Birkenhead, you can. You know, on the beach here, on a clear day. Between Cyprus and 3 other Greek islands. Fucking check you out, lad. Fuck me, man. My guy's a baller. Go on, son. Living the high life, mate. Why not, innit? Fucking hell, mate. Don't, you know, can't blame you, lad. Do you know what I mean? You're just fucking hit and missing Britain, innit, for the weather. Do you know what I mean? You can fucking book a holiday, like, and you don't know what the weather's going to install, do you? Do you know what I'm saying? Can't blame you, lad. Do You know, enjoy it, innit, mate? I bet it's beaming where you are then, innit? What's the temperature where you're at? 18 years now. Yes. Was you originally from UK then, was you, mate? And you've emigrated, like? Fish and chips on the seafront, can't beat it. Definitely, mate. You know, I was going to we were heading down to Betsy Coyd, you know. I've had a bit of problems with my car this morning. I had to take it into the garage, get them to look at the brakes, because I had new discs and pads and a caliper fitted, because they're all electronic these days with these fucking modern day shit cars. I had problems with it, kept locking my handbrake on, so I've took it in the garage this morning. That was meant to have been resolved, even though it hadn't been resolved. I've come out the garage, start driving down the road. Next minute, my fucking engine management light come on. Took it to another garage where my son works. They've plugged the computer in, told me the EGR valve's fucked on my car now. It's just fucking like, every time something goes wrong with that car, it's like £1,000, £1,000, £1,000, £1,000, £1,000. Fucking hell, mate. The shit they are, these modern day cars, honestly. They just want scrapping, a lot of them, mate. You get a little bit of dirt on a sensor and it just, like, you know, pings fucking lights up everywhere. Can't beat the old stuff, mate, I tell you. You can see Barrow and the lakes from my gaff. Barrow in Furness, is that? You need to get Liam in to do pointing up on that wall behind you, Mikey lad. Yeah, do you know what? This is next door's extension. This is. They've built like a little fucking extension on the side of that house, like a little fucking thing, you know. I mean, but yeah, it could do with a little lick of paint. To be honest, mate, I don't really spend a lot of time out here. Do you know what I mean? I'm always fucking grafting, like, but now I've got a bit of time on my hands. Like, I mean, don't throw Matt me God, and he'd fucking go mental. Do you know what I mean? But now I've got a bit of time on my hands. I do need to do a bit of sorting, some bits and bobs out, lad, around the house. You know, everything's fucking gone to pot. Do you know what I mean? Sounds expensive, mate. It always is with these modern day cars, lad. Do you know what I mean? But the garage was saying like between 1,000, could be like between, you know, that's a quick quote. They haven't proper quoted it, but they said like between 1,000 and 1,500 quid. Yeah, but then I've got a mate who's got another garage and he'll do an EGR delete for 5 ton. So it's probably going to get fucking deleted, innit? Do you know what I mean? You know the one, lads. You know the one. He'll still put it through an MOT, so, do you know what I mean? You don't fucking need it, do you know? Why do they put these parts on these cars you don't really need, really? All it does is, you know, the EGR just handles the fucking, the soot, innit? The fucking, you know, the gases and what have you. Do you know what I mean? So, fuck it off, innit? You know what I mean? Yeah, mate, the end of the earth, Barrow in Furness. Mate, I fucking love Barrow in Furness, you know. I used to deliver there. It's a nice drive, you know. I used to love going down there in the van. There's a nice little lay-by. I used to pull up in a nice, decent butty van there as well. It was a good lay-by, it was. Like, I used to have a little sit-off there for a bit. And used to like Barrow. The lads down there were fucking sound, like, didn't give a fuck, them kids down there in Barrow in Furness. Rough as they come, lad. The rougher the better. The rougher they are, the better I get on with them. Honestly, it's like them lads in Morecambe, yeah, in fucking, what's it called? Edmonton's. You know, them kids on the loading, like, the rough as fuck, lad, but, so, the fucking sound, lad, I love them. Do you know what I mean? I'm originally from Friesland and Iceland. Called it silt, which nobody ever heard of, but father British and also have a British passport. Wow, it's mad that, mate. That is mental, lad. I need to get my garden back in summer ready. It won't take long, to be fair. Yeah, to be fair, mate, you know, mine don't need a great deal. Like, I did give it a cut a couple of weeks back. I've only got a shitty electric fucking lawnmower, and it was the first cut since, like, winter. And it got pretty long, I'll be honest with you, like, but we'd had a couple of good days of sun, and there's me thinking it'd be all right, you know, to cut it, and I fucking started cutting it, mate, and the fucking lawnmower was struggling to go through it. Just kept clumping up and that, you know what I mean? But it has had a cut, like, up to now, but it's still a bit shit, like, you know what I mean? Do need to do a lot of work, to be honest, mate. Like I say, I've got a lot of time in my hands at the moment. Like I've always said, you know, I've got 7 people live in my house. Do you know what I mean? I've got my daughter, her partner, I've got my grandson, I've got my lad. These are all grown-ups, by the way. You know, they're not kids, like, apart from my grandson, obviously. You know, I've got my lad and his partner, obviously myself, my wife. You know, so it's only a small house, really. Like, it is a 4-bedroom house, but one of those bedrooms is used as like a wardrobe, you know what I mean? We've got wardrobes in there, so just clothes, you know what I mean? So storage, like it's a fucking shit room, basically. You know, open the door and throw shite in, you know the one. You know, fucking wardrobe. What am I going on about? You know the one, kids. A fucking shit room is what I meant. You know, so it's only 3 bedrooms, like, so we are overcluttered, like, I'll be honest, like, you know, it can be hard at times, you know what I mean? But you just do our best, you know what I mean? That's all you can do, innit, lads? What's going on, Woody? You good or what, bruv? How's it going, mate? Caught your live. Usually just miss them. Yeah, mate, fucking good to have you in, lad. Fucking hell, don't often get a Woody in me lives, to be honest. How you doing, pal? You good or what? You grafting, Wood? What's the weather like down by you? What's it like in Leeds? Can we get to miss all Leeds, can't it? Do you know what I mean? I now known as Michelle. I now known as Michelle. Good afternoon, Michelle. By no teeth, Murphy. Oh, you fucking upset Murphy, have you, Uncle Parkinson? What have you done to Murphy, you know? You've been bullying Murphy. Hey, fucking hell, I'll tell you what though, lads. You know, no serious, like, on a serious note, yeah. I fucking feel sorry for him, like. You know, fuck me, man. Imagine, like, it looks, you know, from what I've seen, all he seems to have done is to stay in his, like, hotel room. They've butchered the fuck out of him. He spent thousands of pounds to get these teeth done. And it sounds like it's just been a proper ordeal. You know, when you look at him, it looks like he's been through it. It looks like he's been through the mill, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel sorry for him, lad. You know, he's in a foreign country, you know, fucking stuck in that shit room. I bet his head's twisted, lad. Do you know what I mean? All he wanted to do was get some nice gnashes. Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell, but, you know, I wouldn't, like, you know, recommend anyone go abroad, you know, to have fucking, like, major sort of surgery. I know you'd probably say that's not major, but having all your teeth done and all that, I'd say that's a fucking ordeal, personally. Do you know what I mean? And to think you're in a foreign country, you know, I'd rather save the dough and get it done in my own country. Do you know, even if I paid, you know, whatever it be more, you know, at least you fucking, do you know what I'm saying? Nah, fuck that, mate. You know, and that, you know, drinking and stuff, you're on antibiotics and drinking and stuff, you got infection in your gums and all that. You know, open for going out and about, getting, you know, all sorts of fucking shit could go wrong. You know, it's not good. It's not good. Like, I wouldn't recommend anyone go abroad for any sort of surgery or any shite like that. Do you know what I mean? Fuck that. Just great, just old, just fucking age gracefully, old, you know, you just look, fucking you lose your teeth, you lose your hair, it fucking is what it is, isn't it? Who gives a fuck, you know, this is the body the good Lord gave us. Fucking get on with it, innit? Do you know what I mean? All these fucking knobheads out there trying to impress everyone, all to impress the Joneses. For what? Who gives a fuck? Do you know, as long as the people in your house are happy, you know, who cares about the rest of them? Do you know what I'm saying? Edmonton's, that's the one, lad. Fucking hell. Do you know what, right? Obviously, I've done a lot of work for Edmonton's. When I used to go down there, the lads used to say, oh, you know, if you ever wanted a job, come and see us and that, you know what I mean? And I did mention to my boss the other day, you know, there was a couple of places I had in mind, like I could go and work for. But obviously, if I was to work for Edmonton's, you know, he'd be tramping out all week. You know, it wouldn't be worth me doing the, you know, the drive there and back every day. Even though I could do it in my car in like an hour and 15 to fucking Morecambe from my house. Do you know what I mean? I can do it in my truck in an hour and a half. Do you know what I mean? So at 56, So, you know, on a good run, obviously. But obviously early hours of the morning as well, you know what I mean? Traffic dependent. So, but it'd be a lot to commute that, you know what I mean? So I'd have to tramp if I was going to do that, you know what I mean? But I have considered it. Don't think I haven't, you know what I mean? Only two in mine, and sometimes it feels like one too many, mate. I fucking hell, mate. Tell you that it's fucking chaos in this house. Like some days it's mad. You know, it was like I've got like a little like what do they call them? Like a fucking, you know, like a small kitchen. You know, I don't know what you call it. You've seen me fucking kitchen anyway. You know what I'm talking about. You know, it's like that, like long ways, whatever they call them. They call them something, don't they? But I've just got like a small kitchen, and when there's like 3 grown men in the kitchen trying to get their tea and that, you know, all trying to get to the cooker and that, get round each other, get to the fridge and all that, mate. It's fucking, mate, I tell you. I take myself out of it sometimes, people. Do you know what I mean? Go and have a quick breather and that. You know how I cope, I don't fucking know. Well, I do now, because, like, my wife loves it. She wouldn't have it any other way. Do you know what I mean? Come and say hello, Ruben. Hey, come here, come here. Come here. Say hello. Say hello. Hello. Hey. Galley style kitchen, that's the one, bruv. You know the one. Galley style kitchen. Yeah, I've got one of them, small, you know, it's tight and that, you know, you can get on top of each other real quick. I mean, I was used to working in a professional kitchen. I say to them all the time, I say it's lucky I fucking was, because it gets mad in that kitchen, bro. I'm telling you. They all come in from work, yeah. They finish work at like 5:30, 6 o'clock. They all come in. First thing they'll do is come in the kitchen, get the cooker on to try and get the food on first before the next one. Do you know what I mean? I'm always the last one to go in that kitchen and make food. Everyone else does it. You know, I'm the earliest up in the morning, all the rest of it. But I'm the last to get in that fucking kitchen of a night, trust me. Oh, you know what? I've lost where I'm at now. Only two mine. But oh my, oh, we're very close. You know, we are close family, mate. You know, we always, you know, fucking hell, mate. You know, been through a lot as a family. You know what I mean? We've, you have, you know, you have to be close, don't you? Do you know what I mean? I mean, obviously, family means the world to me. You know, it means everything. Obviously, you know, having the early start in life that I've had. You know, having, you know, being fucking abandoned by my real parents, and then abandoned by foster parents and stuff. You know, family's very important to me. You know, it's what I do it for. It's what we all do it. Well, it's what most of us do it for. I'd have thought, isn't it? It's what we get up for. Do you know what I mean? So why we go through it for my family. Do you know what I mean? Mikey, I've never had a lot, but I don't miss what I never had. But I'm comfortable. That's it, mate. Do you know what? You've got to, I think you've got to appreciate like both sides of the coin. You know what I mean? Sometimes in life, you know, you can't appreciate one without the other, really. You know, oh, for most of my life, mate. You know, I'm the same. You know, we've struggled. You know, for a long period of my life, we did struggle. You know, it's only been recently. You know, maybe the last, I don't know. No, since I've been in recovery, since I've, you know, this time round, I mean, the start of it was very hard. It was difficult the first few years. Obviously, it was peppered still, you know, just getting by day to day like you did, you know what I mean? But, you know, things have got better. You know, I got to a point in my life where obviously I've managed to get a Class 1 HGV driving licence. It is the golden ticket. You know, you can earn reasonable money. You know, my wife's got a good job. She's got a good career. She always has done, you know what I mean? She's been in her job over 20 years. You know, I can't think how long she's been there. She's been there a long, long time. I think about 26 years my wife's been where she's worked. You know, so, yeah, but, you know, what I'm getting at is like, you know, where I can't, even now, listen, I'm not materialistic, mate. You know, don't get me wrong, I like to have nice things, and I have got nice things, but I've worked really hard for those nice things. Nothing's ever been given to me. I've not been added fuck all on a plate. We've worked fucking hard for everything we've got, you know, really we have, you know, and but saying that, I understand that it is just only materialistic shit, you know, because I've lived both sides of the coin. You know, I can appreciate having the finer things in life, being able to go for nice food, things like that, nice places, stay at nice hotels, all the rest of it, you know, blah, blah, blah. I can appreciate that. You know, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make you a good man, make you a fucking good person. Just means you've got a bit of money, doesn't it? What's money? It means fuck all, do you know what I mean? You know, so I think you've got to go through them rough times to appreciate the good times as well. You know, you won't appreciate anything until you've been through the bad. Do you know what I mean? So it's important, you know, that's an important stage in my life. You know, it's something I never forget. So I try not to judge others. Do you know, because I feel like I'm not in no position to judge anyone, because no matter where I am now in life, or whatever money I've got in the bank or what have you, it doesn't mean shit, like, you know what I mean? It's irrelevant, you know what I mean? If you're not all there in your head and all together like that, you know, it's all fuck all, doesn't mean nothing, does it? Do you know what I'm saying? All that shite. Do you know what I mean? So, it's one of them, innit, money. No, mate, was working with my cousin, but he can't give me full time now, so just looking after my daughter until find something decent. Then I can put her in nursery. Luckily got a fair bit saved up. Sound, mate. It's always good to have something there for a rainy day, and it, mate, just keep you ticking over, lad. Do you know what I mean? I would have thought you'd have no problem, mate. You must have a CIA licence, or what? Is it a CIA licence that does, you know, to do the security? Was you doing security, was you? I presume it was some sort of security for the BBC. Do you know, I'd have thought you did have no problems getting that sort of work, mate. You know, I've even thought about doing that SIA licence, you know, just to something else to have. Do you know what I mean? I always see a lot of jobs around my area for that sort of work, you know what I mean? Edmonton's is a young man's job, mate. That's why my brother left. My nephew works there and goes abroad all the time. Yeah, I wouldn't be on about working in the fucking warehouse, mate. I want about driving for him. Mate, I understand being on that loading bay, lad. Fucking hell, it is a young man's job, do you know what I mean? You know, I'm not really... Look, I've still got it in me, don't get me wrong, people. I can still fucking go, you know, the same as everyone else can, you know. I can fucking do it, mix it up the same with any... Trust me, I can. You know, but do I want to be doing that at this time of life? You know, especially when I've had it so easy for so long. You know, I've fucking been on the roads, I've done all the tools, I've done all the digging, I've done all the labouring, I've fucking done all that. You know, I'm getting on, like, I'm nearly 50, lads. I want to fucking put me, you know, I don't want to put my feet up, I still want to graft a bit. I'm not scared of a grind, you know, trust me. You know, but I don't want to be fucking killing myself, do I? Do you know what I'm saying? It's not worth it, people. What was you doing in London, Woody? BBC papers. The BBC. Fuck the BBC, people. Fuck the fucking BBC licence. They're all a bunch of bastards. The fucking wrong uns. Paedophile fuckers. Bless the doggo. Yeah, mate, he's getting on now. He's 13, you know. Fucking hell. He was really poorly not long back, you know. Only just recently, to be honest. Before we were going to lose him. He had a fucking seizure and all that. Died in my arms, he did. Fucking hell, it was awful. Really awful. And he's made a miraculous recovery, I promise. And then, literally, like, I think it was Friday, I was speaking to one of my mates, and my mates were saying, how's Ruben doing now? And that. I said, mate, he's like a fucking puppy again. Because it'd come up in my memories, you know, when we'd collected him, and my mate had took me to go and get him. So we were talking about it and that. And fucking literally the next morning, 4:30 in the morning, my wife had gone to a wedding. I heard him panting. I'd gone upstairs, I was in the shower, it was early morning, I was upstairs in the shower, and I could hear him panting. I could hear him downstairs panting. It's how loud it got. So I've jumped out, run downstairs and that. He's on the sofa and he's having a fucking bit of a seizure, wasn't he? Again. you know, and then it passed by, and it's like a fucking puppy again now. He's bright as rain, you know what I mean? We'd originally booked this bit of time off. I've booked this as a holiday this period of time now. And we'd originally booked this period of time off, myself and my wife, because we thought we were going to have to say goodbye to my dog. Do you know what I'm saying? And, you know, but he's made a fucking miraculous recovery while he's eating and he's drinking, he's not in pain, and he's, you know, he's not, you know, pooing, weeing in my house and things like that. Then, you know, we're not going to be, you know, he's going to be staying till it is that case, you know what I mean? But until then, you know, he's just old. He's just getting on. You got to think, yeah. I think it's 13 years for every year with a dog. So he's like 91, man. How the fuck are you going to be at 91? Do you know, you're going to be fucking old, slow, few lumps and bumps, you know, losing a bit of hair, blind, cataracts, fucking deaf as a doornail. You know the one, people. Fucking old age, what can you do? Do you know what I mean? But while he's all right and he's not in pain, you know, it's hard, people, you know, because I've been through this, you know, 13 and a half years ago, with my last dog, Zach. You know, I kept that dog way longer than I ever should have done. You know, I really did. Like, and it's sad. It's you know, and it was selfish of me. You know, I couldn't say goodbye to that dog. You know, I fucking loved that dog to bits. You know what I mean? And I couldn't say goodbye. And I kept him probably longer than I ever should have done. And I promised I'd never do that with Reuben. You know, I have to forget about what I want, what the family needs, you know, what we need from it. And we have to think about him. Do you know what I mean? And I mean, like I say, my last dog, he lost so much weight by the end, you know. I was, you know, he was weeing and, you know, pooing in my house and stuff for a few weeks, and I was, you know, picking up, cleaning up after him all the time. And, you know, I said never let it get that far, you know, but I couldn't say goodbye, you know what I mean? I just couldn't do it. And but I'd never do that, you know. I can't do that, you know. I'd never do that this time round, you know what I mean? Just can't do it, you know what I mean? We wasn't part of the BBC. We just worked in the building. Was a piece of piss working there. Yeah, it's fucking looked it, mate. Do you know what I mean? If it was just a security job, mate, just fucking, you know, go around the offices and, you know, all that stuff, it's a cushy number, innit, mate? Do you know what I mean? You get to sit there with a big TV screen and all that, get your Xbox on and all that, lad. It's a fucking cushy number, innit, lad? Do you know what I mean? But yeah, they are a bunch of pedos, aren't they, Woody? Come on, you fucking know it, lad, aren't they? The BBC are fucking wrong uns, aren't they? Do you know what I mean? They've even got statues all over the gaff, mate, of fucking nonces with the cocks out and shit, the fucking weirdos. You know what I mean? Proper fraggles. Fraudy Geordie Murphy's like the calm dad who took his two kids drinking on holiday, innit? Yeah, fucking hell, yeah. It's mad, innit? Because you haven't really seen him with him, have you? Do you know, he's like, I think he's been traumatised that much by the surgery. You know, they've put him through hell, haven't they? Let's be honest. He's paid bags and bags to get fucking absolutely butchered. Do you know, it don't look a nice like ordeal, does it? Do you know what I mean? Being in a foreign country in that little shitty hotel and that. Nah, it don't look good, man. Don't look good. I do feel sorry for him, I do, honestly. I do. Family should be the main thing in life. It can be hard at times and sacrifices are made, but it's so rewarding, most definitely, mate. You have to make sacrifices, don't you? Do you know what I'm saying? Regardless, you know, that's part and parcel of it. Do you know what I mean? We don't, you know, good relationships, it's all about sacrifice and stuff, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Because you're never going to see eye to eye, and, you know, you don't, do you, on a lot of stuff? But, you know, you just work, you work at it, don't you, in that? But it's a lot different, I suppose, today, you know, relationships are, I don't know. I don't know, we're old school, aren't we? Do you know what I mean? So it means something to us. Do you know what I'm saying? You work for it, don't you? Do you know what I mean? You work hard, you know, for your shit, where people are so easy to walk away these days from stuff, aren't they? About, really trying to make a go at it and stuff. You know what I mean? Life is a struggle, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It is for everyone. Husky Queen, UK, yeah? Was you at the broadcasting house, Regent Street? Yeah, Peter, main buildings. Husky HQ. I was raised, you want anything in life, you work for it. Most definitely. 100%. I had no choice, you know, that was the only choice I had in life. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, I mean, I was buying my own fucking trainers, like, pretty much from, like, 15 and that, for the decent ones that I wanted and that. Do you know what I mean? It's from the moment I've left school and stuff. So I was working straight away the minute I've left school. And yeah, it's the way, innit? Do you know what I mean? No, some of us ain't got a fucking silver spoon in our mouths, have we? Do you know what I mean? You have to work for what you fucking want in this world. You know, like, not handed anything. Michael is Michelle, your weekend name. Like Brittany is the biz. Only, yeah, Brittany's, the biz is Brittany, but only at weekends, yeah? Exactly, HQ. Whatever I had, I abused my body with, or it went up in smoke. That was a secret I told you. Shit, was I not meant to say that out loud? Grub, roof, bed, missus, all you really need, 100%, mate. Most definitely. Murphy broke the news about Michael. I've missed all this. I'm going to have to find out what's going on here with fucking, with Murphy and Uncle Parkinson. What have you done to upset him, Parky? Have you, is it Parky that's upset him, yeah? Yeah, mate, anyone can get a license now, though, so loads of us. Yeah, mate, anyone can get, what, this SIA license, is that, Woody? How much is it to do that? Like, is it just like a day course thing, is it, to get the SIA license? I wouldn't be interested in trying to fucking, like, you know, wait fucking security or doors or any shit like that, you know, fuck that, mate. I was thinking, like, you know, it might be handy just to have to do some sort of, you know, the sort of security you were doing. That sort of thing where you're in a desk or a fucking on site or something. Just a little cushy number sat at a fucking desk, lad, writing number plates down, company names, watching the telly. You know what I'm on about. But yeah, like I say, mate, I just thought, you know, if it's a couple of £100, £100 or whatever, worth doing, something else just to have there, you know, to look at for jobs, you know, in the future. We've had to come back for a few days. Had to come back. Where? Are you in the car? Are you at your caravan or are you at HQ? I'm 53 in 3 months, lad. I'm young, 48, Michael. Yes, I'm coming up to 48 in June now. Not far away. Gosh, fucking hell. It's not too bad. I can still remember how old I am, so we're all right. We're all right. We're not doing too bad. Oh, this light's so bad I can't see because the sun's shining on the screen. I can barely fucking see it. But the missus would disagree with that. 21 in my head, but 63 in my body, 77. Yeah, I know all about that, mate. It's 7 years for each year till 3, then 6 years for each year from 3 years onwards. All right, so how old would that make him then if he's 13 now? What would he be in dog years? I always thought it was like 13 years for every year or something. How far down have I lost these comments here? I must be well behind here. No, I'm not doing too bad. Let me catch up. Totally agree with you, 77. I'm glad I didn't have kids. Totally agree with you, 77. I'm glad I didn't have kids. Didn't know that HQ. 7 years equals 1 human year. Oh, was it 7 years? Ah, right, they are. So what's that? Fucking hell, 13, 7, 7 13s. 7 13, 70. 9, 16, 86, 92. Yeah, 91-ish, yeah. Making that decision for them is the final act of love you can do for them. It is, Husky Queen. You know, like you say, I mean, like I say, I did keep Zach longer than I should have done. And it was pure selfishness. You know, I couldn't bear say goodbye to him, and the family didn't want to either. You know, it's very hard, isn't it? You know, and but when I did that, when I had to go and say goodbye, they gave me they gave me the option to leave the room, obviously. Do you know what I mean? But I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? He's my best mate. I fucking wouldn't leave my best mates. I wouldn't do it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I stayed with him till the very end. And it was a fucking ordeal. It was an ordeal. Really was. I'll never forget it. I was only speaking yesterday. I bumped into a girl in fucking Starbucks yesterday. She had a little puppy, a little British Bulldog puppy. We were just having a little conversation and that. And she was saying to me how she'd lost her previous dog, and she was showing me pictures of him and stuff. And she was saying how heartbreaking it was, and I could totally relate because, I've been there and I felt that pain in my chest. It was fucking awful. I'll never forget it. Do you know what I mean? I'll never forget it. But like I say, when the time comes, look, we'll do right by my dog. Trust me, he's my best mate. I'm not gonna fucking leave him in any pain or anything like that. The minute he can't eat, drink, I think he's in pain. We'll have to do what's right by him. Do you know what I mean? And I will do. Do you know what I'm saying? But of course we don't want him. Of course I fucking don't want it. It'd be the hardest day of my life. Do you know what I mean? But you just do it, don't you? You have to. Do you know what I mean? The lines his forehead are as deep as, to be fair, I think it's the swelling that's filled that rubber. Relationships nowadays are like throwaway fashion. They don't invest too much into it and don't get out of it what can be achieved with a bit of effort. 100% with that, mate. I totally agree with that comment. Most definitely, mate. My spoon's silver coated, but that's stainless steel. 81. 81. 180 quid, I think. Few days, mate. Think more physical jobs take longer courses. Is that all it is? 180 quid, mate? Yeah. That's all right, that, innit? Just to have it there anyway, just to have that little bit something else, just to throw on a CV, put about. It's worth it, mate, for 180 quid. I ain't got a lot going on at the minute, so, I might just fucking book a course, get it done anyway, just to have it there, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? Could come in handy, you never know. You've got to remember they're here a short time in our lives, but to them, we are their whole life. Never forget that, most definitely. Most definitely. Listen, trust me now, right? I know I'm the most important thing to that dog. That dog follows me everywhere. You want to see the way he looks in my eyes and that, fucking... It's an unbelievable bond. It's like, I know it's a fucking saying man's best friend. It's obviously a woman's best friend too. But it literally is. Fucking... I've said it before, listen, there's times I piss everyone off in this house. Absolutely everyone. They can't fucking stand me some days. Because I could be hard work, trust me. I'm up and down like a yo-yo. I'm fucking like bipolar. Do you know what I mean? And that dog don't leave my side. Do you know, when these are all hating on me, when the world hates on me, that fucking dog loves me to bits. It's real, it's genuine, it's honest, it's sincere. Do you know, it's real. Do you know what I mean? Not like humans that'll tell you any bullshit to your face and then stab you in the back, the bastards. You know, it's real, man. It's real. Can't be more real. My cutlery is about that age too, Michael, but we have a decent set for when others come around. 8-place seating. Yeah, we have that special cutlery as well, just for the laughs. If I'm honest with you, you know, the fancy shit that only comes out once in a little while. I don't even know why we have it anymore, mate. I ain't got a fucking dining room anymore, lad. It's where I fucking sleep these days, kidder. Well, not where I just sleep, where me and my wife sleep, do you know what I mean? It used to be our dining room, but obviously now we had to make it a bedroom, you know what I mean? But yeah, got all posh fancy glasses for when the guests come round. Take care, Woody, mate. Enjoy the park, mate. Enjoy this good weather, mate. Make memories. That's what it's about, bud. You enjoy this. Take care, bro. Fraudy Geordie, my wife needs moving to the airport tomorrow. Can I borrow your truck? Yeah, mate. You could, mate. No worries. I know what you're saying, lad. Fucking hell, my missus only went out for a fucking night out the other day, you know, to a wedding. Took 3 bags, mate. 3 bags, lad. And a fucking armful of clothes as well. What the fuck? Do you know what I mean? As I'm packing the fucking woman's car, and I said to her, she goes, "Oh, you ready?" I went, "Nah, she got another 3 suitcases there, like." You know what I mean? I keep on toying with the idea of getting another dog, but she only wants a small dog. I don't want a small dog. South African Mastiff. Was that a Bordeaux, is it, at the start? I can't pronounce the first bit, but South African Mastiff. Yeah. Big dogs, they're Mastiffs, aren't they? Powerful, big, strong dogs like. So I've always liked, we've always had staffies. That's all I've ever had in my house. That's all I've ever had. 3 staffies, you know what I mean? I had first one Tyson, second one Zach, and then Reuben. And, you know, you get used to what you're used to, like, but if I'm honest, I've always had a love for Rotties, me. Just always loved the Rottweiler. But my wife's not keen on him. You know, my wife, she didn't grow up with dogs. You know what I mean? She wasn't used to a dog in the house sort of thing. So it wasn't until she got with me that, you know, dogs came, you know, part of her sort of life, you know what I mean? So, obviously, first, you know, to get a dog, and I was saying, "Oh, we'll just get a small dog," and that. So I ended up, you know, we ended up getting staffies, like. But I've always had a love for Rotties, mate. You know, I mean, when the time comes, like, you know, unfortunately, when the time does come, which it will come, you know, it's life, isn't it? You know, we have to say goodbye to Reuben. I won't ever get another dog. Not maybe until I'm older, you know, until I'm at a point in life where, you know, I've got time on my hands, things like that, because we're a very busy working household here and stuff, and, you know, dogs need time and effort and, you know, all that, you know. So there's a lot of responsibility, you know. Vet bills are fucking massive, you know. There's a lot to it, isn't there? So as much as I want to, you know, I just won't. I can't. You know, I have to be responsible. I have to do the right thing by the animals as well. You know, firstly and foremost by the animals. Do the right thing firstly and foremost by the animals. And if you haven't got the time to put, you know, towards, you know, to them, then you shouldn't have them. You know, and at the moment in life we're very busy, and like I say, it just wouldn't be fair. You know, so I just couldn't do it again. I'm going for a walk myself down the beach, just having some dinner. Yeah, enjoy that beach, mate. Get out there and get some fresh air in the old lungs, you know what I mean? No good being fucking, tucked away inside. And I get some that pure vitamin D in it, natural vitamin D in you. Do you know what I mean? It's not often we get the sun. Make the most of it. The Sun said on Sunday it's getting married 17K. Fuck that, lol. Jesus, where are they getting married? I had 4 staffies at one time. Fucking hell, that's a handful, innit, lad? Hey, try having 4 snow. Fucking hell, that's even madder, because they just don't stop barking. Like, huskies, they're so demanding dogs, like, they crave attention so much, huskies. They have a personal interaction with their owners, don't they? They're a lot of work, aren't they? You gotta say, like, the huskies are a lot of work. Used to have 2 staffies when I lived with my mate. Lovely dogs. Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant fucking what's the fucking word? Temperaments and that. Obviously, any dog, doesn't matter what it be. If they're mistreated, doesn't matter what the dog is. They're gonna be, aggressive, aren't they? If they're not being, socialised and stuff like that, you will have an aggressive dog on your hands. So I believe any breeds, can be aggressive. It isn't, but they just tend to pick on certain breeds. They pit bulls, fucking staffies, all that's, the usual shit. You know what I mean? But when the dog's misbehaving, I tend to look at not the dog, but I look at the other end of the lead, and I wonder what's going on there, really. Do you know what I mean? There's a guy around the corner from me with 2 Rotties. My little chinchilla used to go on with them. Yeah, man. Yeah, sick Rotties, aren't they, mate? I do love a Rottie, proper sick. Rescue a few Neapolitan Mastiffs, a lot of the DDB and Silent Bernards. Don't see them no more, them St. Bernards, do you? Very rarely ever see them these days. I had a fucking big ass dog. Them going mental. None of my staffies barks. Does yours, Mikey? Yeah, he started to now, mate. He never used to. But now he's getting older, he's barking at just nothing. Just barks, mate. He's fucking scared the life out of me sometimes. I'll be sat in the lounge and he'll be sat next to me. He'll just start barking, mate. It shits me up, mate. And fucking nearly have a stroke and that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, he's just started barking at, like, he don't hear the door no more. Like, so if the postman used to come or a parcel delivery guy or something like that, he'd always be barking, going straight to the door, just, want to have a little nosy and that. But now they can knock on the door, they don't even hear it, until I go to the door and actually open it, then he'll know they're there. Like, I can come in from the house now, coming from work now, and I can walk straight into the bedroom and he'll be half a kip on the bed. And I could be going all the way around the bedroom, he won't even notice I'm there until I make a bit of excessive noise, and then he'll realise, but at one time you could drop a feather on the floor, you'd hear it. Do you know what I mean? But for some reason, if you're opening a treat packet or food or anything like that, he soon fucking comes then. I think his sense of smell's pretty good still. Do you know what I mean? Transported a bully cutter for rescue once and fell in love with him. A bully cutter? Cutter? I don't know what one of them is, Husky Queen. Bully cutter. Never heard of one of them. Fell in love with him. He was so big, he filled the estate car. The coat he had on was for a pony. Fucking hell, he sounds like a fucking beast. Food is a massive contributing factor to most bad behaviours. Why do you think that then? big dogs bully out of India, massive, aren't they? Big dogs, bullies out of India, mastiffs, aren't they? I don't think they are from India, mastiffs. I don't think they originate from India, mastiffs, do they? They're from some hills somewhere in fucking Tibet or somewhere like that, is it? Or somewhere like that. I think they're fucking